The CC versus the Sektur is the dumbest ish ever. You're dealing with a situation of basically pick your poison. Two sides of the same coin. Perception is reality, etc. What perception is reality? Why? Because neither side that's objectively better than the other exists. It's how you work the narrative, manipulate the people, and how you are presented ultimately. Facts, inconsistencies, and supposed principles do not matter when it comes to these people. So for this video, we will be going over the quote-unquote top players in this feud. But first, a broad generalization of the CC and the Sektur.
You're not a journalist. You don't give a. You're a clout chasing just another YouTuber. You're no different than anybody else. You don't give a rat's ass, and you can suck my dick.
Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive.
The commentary community is full of hypocrites. This is obvious. It's internet politics with an attempted structure and a very clear hierarchy. Sometimes it's so obnoxiously bad how apparent this is and how hard they disingenuously try to pretend this isn't the case. Naturally, people are bound to notice and somewhat question those at the top, as well as get irritated that their intelligence is basically being fucking insulted. However, that's not to say everyone that opposes the CC necessarily have any intelligence to begin with. There are many such followers that lack any ability to contribute anything other than a body count.
You don't have to like me, but like, you know, it's just like, it seemed like you felt like that I, you know, make fun of you and you get mad about it. And when you get mad about it, you're like, ah, you're stalking me, ah!
To add to the numbers of those that do attempt to rise up against the evil commentary overlords. At the end of the day, though, the CC is a niche community. Oftentimes is the regulars you see everywhere hop from one darling stream to another darling stream. This is a short TLDR of the CC, as you can see. It sucks. And it's not on the side of moral righteousness, but then again, who even is these days?
It's never been this over.
Said it's gonna be a good one, just wait and see. Jumped out of bed.
She's into being dominant. It's like it's the complete opposite. She's into being dominant. She's not into being.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And there we have more screenshots of her saying that she's uncomfortable with it.
Wait, what'd you just say? Your girlfriend likes to dominate?
Yeah. It's the other way around. She's not into that.
The Sektur! The Sektur! The Sektur. Goddamn, I thought the CC was inconsistent. The Sektur lives for chaos and allegedly hates pedophiles, with a 0% tolerance for such cases. Most, if not all, anime is considered lolly to them, when convenient. The problem with the Sektur is that they somehow flip-flop worse than the CC at times. From siding with technicals, a man that defended his brother sending nudes to minors as young as 13.
In regards to the twitlonger about my brother, yes, I was in the group chat. I was in every group chat because I was the leader at the time. I was the leader of the crew that we made, which was this this gigantic chat group of people in high school, adults, all this other shit. Yes, I was in the group. At the time with the whole NSFW art portion of it, there was a lot of images being made without anyone's consent because it was a running joke. One of the running jokes in the chat that one of the minors drew. So
the defense that Technicals brought up was that him sitting his dick was a one-time thing. It was a joke. His brother has a weird sense of humor. Everyone else in the group chat was drawing sexual images of each other. And no one complained to Technicals, the person who owned the group chat, saying that they were traumatized or whatever.
You serious?
To trying to low-key redeem Flamenco, a 35-year-old man that was caught in German pedophile group chats on Steam. I wish I was making this up, but I'm not.
What
what's your opinion on Flamenco? Has he disappointed you? Has the Golden Boy let you down?
So I think when the hentai leaks came out, I thought it was more humorous than anything. And then when the pedo Steam group shit came out, I was like, that looks really fucking bad. So I looked at it as they were talking about it, and it was the German guy who was in one group with him, who was in another group with a bunch of people that had like kid pictures, and they're switching them around. I don't know. There's a lot of smoke there, man, and it's hard for me to ignore that and be like, oh, well, that's just got to be a fucking coincidence. Got it here.
And then it's the associations too, Mr. Girl, Vito, Tox, the allegations of the Jannies and the Discord. And there's just so many things that on their own, okay, that's not compelling, but
altogether, look
it's
terrible.
all
yeah, like I said, I just don't get Flamenco. I don't understand. It's so fucking weird.
Like I don't know what the fucking. I mean, Tux wasn't even a pedophile, but like it was enough to like get him kicked out. Or at least enough.
He was a
no, he was fucking his sister for 7 years.
Yeah. I don't. He said that it stopped at like 14 and 12, didn't he?
Yeah, and he started when he was 8.
No, it's okay.
No, wait,
what?
Hang on, wait.
I saw like Connor was fucking streaming about this flamenco stuff, right? And somebody was like, why do people so talk about flamenco, right? I was like, what do you mean? He's going on Discord talking about killing people, fucking kids, all kinds of crazy shit.
69 with classic hits from all your favorite artists like Vosh Ophelia by Show to Club.
Better, Philia. He's flamenco. Children would be safe if they didn't hang in his street.
Sektur wants to be treated as a collective when convenient, then pretend like they're independent when their principles get called out. G, kind of like the commentary community. I think you see where I'm going with this. Both these niche shitholes suck and are more like than they want to admit. So naturally, they'll have just as outstanding representation. First, the CC's top players in this drama.
But then right after this, what does Alberto tweet out? To show how much he doesn't care, to show how unaffected Alberto really is about all of this, he tweets out a funny monkey gif.
Lerix. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I have no idea why the hell Lerix is even involved in this. Realistically, there's no other way to look at this but Lerix sweeping up for Nick Deorio, or at least addressing the points that Nick Deorio doesn't want to address himself, or that he's felt he's already addressed.
I mean, dude, you can bring on Spondal or Deorio. This has nothing to do with me, and I don't know the context.
Well, you're siding with them. You're siding with them.
But so I never even made a statement about that situation.
You're siding with them. You're siding with them.
So if I agree on one person's position on one certain thing, that means I have to co-sign.
Well, when you're constantly rubbing shoulders with them, and he's liking your tweets, like, what does that say?
You sound like a dumb fuck. I can obviously agree with someone on one thing, and I can disagree with someone on another thing.
When you're out here attacking me, making these tweets that Deorio's retweeting, that you're rubbing shoulders with it, he's replying to you, he's saying your jokes are funny, you're replying to him. Kind of makes me think you kind of agree with some of these things that he's doing.
So for the record, you just said that you think that I'm agreeing with everything someone has to say because I agree with them on some points. That's really your point you're making?
I'm saying because of your allyship with him that I think you do agree with those things, yeah.
So who are you an ally with? And just because you're an ally with someone, does that mean you co-sign everything they do? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was an internet.
At the end of the day, man, your problem has always been that you can't take jokes and
I can't take jokes!
And if you
Mr. dipped out of the community.
And if you could just move on from these things
and
not boot up a live stream claiming that Deorio is trying to cancel you.
He is! What do you mean he is? What are you talking about?
So your vision of what Deorio is trying to cancel you of is him retweeting tweets and liking my tweets of you. Do you not see how that doesn't make you look like a spurg?
Calling me a pedophile and a rapist. He posted a picture collage of me and Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Cosby. Like what?
I'm actually so happy.
He's a pedophile.
I'm so happy you just brought up that example because this proves what I just said. That your problem has always been you can't take jokes and insults on the chin. And your example of someone trying to cancel
literally got
Nick Deorio. Shut the fuck up. Is Nick Deorio posting out a meme clip of you against Jeffrey Epstein? So what we've seen today is that Michael Alberto will make multiple tweets claiming something that he didn't do any research in or look into, and when pressed about it, he doesn't make any actual points against it. Just says, I disagree, you suck, and you're not right. I
did make
scene.
Sure.
And then consistently, he fires up the stream saying Deorio and I'm trying to cancel him.
You
when
are!
Realistically, we pointed a couple insults at him and made fun of him. And as always, Michael Alberto can't take criticism, jokes, or insults.
Either way, I think Lerix says he's doing this for principles or some shit. A couple things that just doesn't make this make sense is some of his narratives, such as the Michael Alberto, snaking Turkey Tom bit. I don't think Alberto snaked Tom per se. He hadn't directly taken any shots at him up until recently from what I saw. I think the thing that should really stick out is Lerix being the actual person that snaked Turkey Tom, technically, by, you know, sleeping with his girlfriend at the time. Oh yeah, that was a thing. As much as they wanted to cover it up, it eventually came to light until you couldn't really cover it up anymore. The sucky part about this, and no, it's not Tom's girlfriend, surprisingly, is that Lerix lied about this happening up until things got leaked and, you know, once again, he couldn't lie anymore and nobody could hide it. Additionally, and this is a stigma that sadly always follows him, and it is his dreaded lolly likes. Make of this what you will.
Lerix's Twitter likes are a genuine degenerate cesspool. Like, it's insane to me how this shit is not being called out by somebody else yet. Because it is beyond weird. It's just, like, kind of sick, even. Like, I look at this shit and I get uncomfortable as fuck. This isn't me trying to, like, moral grandstand or whatever or anything like that, but this is the same guy that calls out other people and calls them gay, cringe, losers. And meanwhile, he's liking cute anime cat girls online. I mean, saying it just seems so unreal, but I'm not lying. The thing is, too, is, like, from these pictures, these girls look very young, and it is kind of sus, but I don't think Lerix is, like, a pedophile or any of that shit, and I don't want you guys to go out there. I mean, like, if that's what you think, that's what you think, but that's not what I think, and I'm just saying this because, like, I'm not trying to say, oh, Lerix exposed as a pedophile. Like, this is simply just calling him cringe and gay, and he has no place to talk. Like, whenever he's talking shit about all these people. So weird whenever he's the one saying it, you know what I mean? Like, you go on his Twitter likes, and there are hundreds of likes of little fucking anime girls that look like they're actually 6 years old, girls with cat ears, sexually, like, weird as fuck girls that have, like, just barely covering their ass and, like, very sexualized shit, and it's all weird anime shit. Whenever you translate it, because it's all in Japanese, whenever you translate some of this shit, it says shit like, oh, this is so cute, heart emoji, or stuff like that. And on Valentine's Day, Lerix was just, he was liking all these tweets of anime girls with, like, Valentine's Day hearts. Like, it's so fucking weird. At this point, I'm convinced Lerix has a body pillow right behind his camera that's just filled with cum. Because no, like, sane, mentally well, not sex-craved degenerate likes this shit. Like, I swear to God, some people might say, oh, it's wholesome, all this other shit, but whenever you put it all together, this shit is not wholesome. It does not look wholesome at all. Like, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this guy likes 2D girls over 3D girls. Because your 2D waifu can never reject you, Lerix. I mean, he makes all these videos about women and how much he, like, hates women and how stupid they are, and I'm not trying to say, like, oh, he's a misogynist or whatever, but he makes all these videos on women. It just kind of gets you thinking, dude. Like, do you secretly wish that these girls were like in anime whenever they're like heroes or they're submissive and breedable as fuck? Like, holy shit, dude. In between these like tweets of literal children in anime costumes and just, it's just weird, okay? But in between that is like other people like Augie calling somebody cringe. It's like, holy shit, dude. Do you have any self-awareness whatsoever? He has all these videos calling other people pathetic losers when I think the only pathetic loser in this equation is you, Lerix. Or maybe you're with them, dude.
I personally do not think Lerix is a pedophile. I don't hate him either, but elephant in the room is, why is someone liking this shit? Genuine fucking question. It's like when I asked Michael Alberto, why do you like Lucky Star? Not trying to say anything, I'm just legitimately curious as to, well, I mean, why? It's curiosity, you know, curiosity.
So they can see what we and you are viewing right now. Kind of just looks like a chibi character. It looks like there's like breasts there, so wouldn't call it a lolly per se.
Well, that's it. That character's 16. You're a pedophile now.
Come and film it, what do you mean? Watch some shooter, got some porno, listen, wanna film my poster, feel some children, let me figure out the filter, watch you something right up, you want to choose it.
Before you can rebuttal to Keem, is Mama Max, who's accused of heinous, terrible assaults. Who else on this panel would be accused of terrible things from their ex-girlfriend?
Salvo, I think that Edwin's a pedophile.
Okay. anything that you need to say back to Daddy Keem? I know you guys met at a fair once.
Shout out to Keemstar.
Okay.
I want it after I said that thing about Edwin. I want this to be included in the clip that goes to Twitter. Shout out to Keemstar. Love that guy.
Okay.
I had a fight with Nick Deorio a couple days ago, and it wasn't anything abnormal. I'll show it to you. Everything's still up. Out of the ordinary, but he took it really, really personally. And I don't think it's, looking back, I don't think it's anything that I haven't. He was being cute and coy and passive aggressive with me. He was being himself, and I was being obnoxious, loud, yelling me. It was something like that. I mean, it was over within a second. That's nothing in itself. The topic that I would eventually end up conceding on, it's really not relevant. But what's extremely relevant to what I'm about to tell you all is he threatened me. And essentially threatened my livelihood through that, and I don't trust him.
And you, Nick! Fuck you, Nick! Woo! How about that? Stick that up your ass, man. I never fucked anyone. He's thick, boy! That's a thick ass boy!
Nicholas Deorio isn't the most malicious bad faith actor in this whole drama. That being said, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. There's no personal friendship. There are no networks, we hardly have any crossover, and I don't have an agenda against Deorio like the other Autismos. Nicholas Deorio is a snake, 100%. What do you call a guy that will lead you to your demise, get rid of you when he sees an opportunity? These were the such cases with John Swan Flamenco, Edwin's Generation, Salvo Pancakes, just to name a few in about a fucking year. Call it whatever you want, but the biggest example of Deorio being an opportunist about things is when he was so fucking surprised that Edwin freaking Costa would lie about something to him in DMs.
So what are you admitting to here?
Okay, the rumors of the threesome are true. Do you understand? That doesn't mean that the guys are fucking.
Yeah, so you had a threesome with the girl, and then you knew Salvo cheated on his wife. Now, even if you don't fucking agree that you sucked his dick, you were part of his fucking infidelity. So why go on stream and lie to everybody saying you had no fucking idea?
Because the bitch fucking begged me to keep it private. I'll release the fucking recording, dude.
You don't have to say who it was, but you can say you cheated on his fucking wife, Edwin.
You said his marriage is good, and you were involved with a sexual act that he was involved in that his wife was not involved in. That's what Nick's saying.
Oh, I heard about some text messages. Yeah, you also watched him fuck your girlfriend, you cock.
Nick. Fuck you, Nick. Woo! How about that? Stick that up your ass, man. I never fucked anyone.
Okay.
Jesus. Why are you so fucking hungry for this shit? It's not even that interesting.
Well, it's interesting to me that you'd say one thing and something very different is going on. I mean,
well, because it's called.
It's ridiculous and insulting to pretend that Nicholas Deorio is so stupid that he couldn't realize Edwin was a pathological liar up until that one infamous Tommy C stream coming out of the Salvo Pancake drama. Nicholas Deorio will 100% engage in the character assassinations and low blows from time to time. I think that objectively speaking, people can agree that he used what some dumb reply girl on the internet said and twisted it in many different interpretations to get rid of Michael Alberto, the same way he previously did to the previous aforementioned names. At that point, though, it becomes more of a matter of who cares and how Alberto reacts, which, spoiler alert, was not good. But let's finish up with Deorio. The inconsistencies of defending Zaptai and then passing judgment on other YouTubers in similar situations is 100% biased and hypocritical. Given his status, you'd expect more from him to not make these fucking mistakes, or just blatant double standards, as you would say. But ultimately, it is what it is. The fact is that it seems like Deorio needs to get other people to fight his battles for him. After a while, it just seems ridiculous, especially when the whole perception community-wise is that Deorio would 100% beat and body Technicals the Weasel in a debate. In a way, Deorio let the portion of the CC that believed he could beat Tech down because he most likely can't. Nick would need to agree to a double standard, a hypocrisy, and ultimately sell out his friend Zaptai. However, it kind of makes you wonder, why not at this point? Already got rid of a bunch of other people you didn't like before, why not just add Zaptai to that list? Unless it's different now because you actually like the dude, or I don't know, maybe you're related to him, question mark. Either way, Nick sucks, but not as much as the next two people I'm about to mention.
Do you really think your girlfriend wasn't into sexting Tomato Man when she's typing
Yes,
out
you wanted-
a whole paragraph saying, I want you to do whatever you want to my body and that
She's
your
not
voice is
woman.
so sexy? Excuse
She's
me?
she's
You're
not a
really trying to
submissive.
cope here and say that she didn't want this?
She's into being dominant. It's just like it's the complete opposite. She's into being dominant. She's not into being
Wait,
submissive.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you just say? Your girlfriend likes to dominate?
Yeah. It's the other way around. She's not into that. What?
This is your defense, Michael.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is your
into dominant
defense.
women. That's not.
Dude, holy
that's not
shit.
an own.
Dude,
No.
your defense to all of this is publicly saying that you get dominated by your girlfriend in bed. Does she peg you too, buddy? What the fuck's going on here?
I'm actually happy I got kicked out of VidCon. I flew out my girlfriend, and I had sex with her like 3 times.
This guy got his first girlfriend and lost his fucking virginity and immediately started defending and simping for all women online. Next time I accuse someone of being a rapist, guys, don't worry, my girlfriend told me to. Michael Alberto's girlfriend was caught lying about not wanting sex from the Tomato Man, but logs got leaked of her clearly wanting his cock. This holy shit, I genuinely let this man do whatever he wanted to me. My girlfriend got caught lying about sexting another man. Deorio must be up to it. Deorio must be behind this. He's pulling the strings, you know.
So that's the difference between me and you.
Damn.
You're a bitch, and I'm not.
Oh no.
All right, buddy.
Oh no.
Having fun right now.
You don't sound like you're having much fun.
Having fun right now.
Dude, honestly, if Michael Alberto's Discord girlfriend dumps him, dude, someone call a wellness check on this motherfucker. Meanwhile, what does the chat say? What does his own chat say? You're so retarded, Alberto. What the fuck, Michael? You. Yourself, Michael.
I had sex with her like 3 times. I had sex with her like 3 times. I had sex with her like
Michael
3 times.
Alberto, some of you may know him, some of you...
Tomato Man tweets, are you okay?
Every
You
one
are
of
a
these
liar.
advances,
You
and
are
then
a liar,
fast
and you are
forward,
going
what
to
do we
hell.
see?
You are going to hell.
You see?
Michael Alberto. Okay, maybe sucks isn't the right word. It's not like I really hate this guy. I'm sure there's some redeeming factors in him. And honestly, if the reply girl situation never went down or got so overblown, he'd probably still most likely be rubbing shoulders with commentary. That being the case, the biggest point at criticizing little Mikey on is how are you going to complain about zap time, my friend, when you are using technicals to help you make your stupid video? This is like the CC criticizing lolicon in anime while being cool with Lerix, and at one point even putting up with flamenco shit until you couldn't anymore. A contradiction and perfect example of how both the you shit communities could just kiss and make up, and you know, neither one of you are consistent, so yeah, just fucking do it. To be honest, I think the only people that are consistent in the fucking sector, and the best thing, most entertaining wise, is the Keto Casino making up of PPP and Andy Worski. Sal Pancakes too if you consider him a part of it, but he's purely off of entertainment value. Anyway, back to Tiny Mikey. Aside from teaming up with Technicals, a guy that covers up for such things that are worse than any lolicon or Reb Says Disu fan has ever done, Michael also has the whiny victim complex. His video had good points, but at times overshadowed by how he continuously made himself look like a victim.
His Keemstar video, Deorio criticizes Keem for falsely accusing Just Destiny as a pedophile, which Deorio has done to me.
My dude, you can't use the victim card while trying to be the badass. That's going to slay the commentary community. That's what normal people call bitch made. Sorry, Mikey, but your debate skills are so lacking. Like, how the fuck do you actually lose to Lerix and have him turn public perception into thinking you like getting pegged by your girlfriend? There's also the whole white knight aura Mikey occasionally gives out, but Matt, it is what it is. What can you expect from a former brony, right?
I'm loading up Minecraft right now. Nick Deorio, he blocked me originally. I forget what. I think I made fun of him. For,
Dude, I don't want to fucking hear about this guy. He's such a pathetic fat loser. I genuinely do not want to hear about him.
Okay, so we're on the same boat then. We're on the same boat.
I'm sorry, but like, if you unfucking follow me because I post a picture of you at like comparing you to a fucking fake pig, like, you know John Pork. Have you seen that meme?
I haven't seen the meme,
Dude,
but
that's
you've
what I
described
did.
you've described the post to me. I think it's very funny.
It's like, okay, bro. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, he unfollowed me because of the e-girl. So,
bro, I don't even know. Bro, these dude. These
we
people
were
are
in like
miserable.
some serious like beef for like I think like a week on Twitter. And it got to the point where he got into contact with people who personally knew me, to, like leak my private Instagram. Like it got pretty,
Bro,
it got pretty heated.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro.
And at one point, he made a tweet where he called me ugly. I got like 100 likes.
That's adorable.
So I responded back with just like a fucking fat picture of him. And I'm like, this is like the guy calling you an incel on Twitter. And it got like 2,000 likes.
Apparently, this is a crop. This Michael Alberto cropped this. So with Mini Lad, no one has been able to give me a proper timeline for months, and it seems like he just did. They started talking in 2013, 2014. She was 13, 14. He was 18, 19. Craig added her on Snapchat in 2015, 16, 20. Craig began flirting in 2016, 17, 21. Yikes. And then he says, it's not even the age gap that makes me Wait.
Yeah, it's so retarded. These guys are
Dude.
super bad faith. Yeah, no, and he's gonna act like that's like a new position I hold because I need to defend my friend Zaptai. And that's the other part that I wanted to call in about.
Wait, just first, he unironically just fucking lied there.
Mini-Lad's case is 2117, which is a huge yikes moment.
What did this dude do?
He's a pedophile.
Children.
Like an actual one,
Yes.
or like okay.
But Zapties, which is 2016, the same exact number of years apart, is fine because the age of consent.
Technical's second example for Nick was showcasing Nick's reaction to Mini Lad, who was 21 when he sexted with two 17-year-old girls, one of whom he had known since she was 13, with the age gap being 4 years, just like in the Zaptai case. Tech shows a clip of Nick talking negatively about Mini Lad, as well as a tweet Nick made commenting on the situation saying yikes. However, I think it would be disingenuous not to bring up Nick's reply to that tweet, which Technicals did not show, in which he said, "It's not even the gap that makes me cringe to the point it hurts, it's the fact that they met when she was fucking 13.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop you fucking lying."
Okay, it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to roll out the red carpet for the worst bad fate actor, the sneakiest, most weaselly, and by far deadliest in this top players rogues gallery.
So many questions, and yet no answers.
Zero's lawsuit was reduced to only one defamation claim, which was the tweet from April 2021. From the initial complaints, he only denied the statement that he offered to fly another minor out to a hotel for sexual gratification, and offered no response to the first part of that tweet, which was about one of Katie's 3 allegations. Judge Myers' comments on this claim are a very interesting read. The plaintiff's only evidence that the statement was false is paragraph 7 of his declaration, in which he states, on April 28, 2021, show posted via Twitter on the account Jisoo SSBM, that I sought to fly a minor on a plane to meet me in a hotel for sexual gratification purposes. That statement was false. I've never asked a minor to fly on a plane to meet me in a hotel for sex. The plaintiff's declaration is curiously worded, because it is ambiguous in that it can be read to deny only part of the defendant's statement relating to flying a minor on a plane, but not the part of the statement about soliciting explicit photographs. If the plaintiff could, under oath, assert that both claims were false, he would have done so unambiguously. Because the plaintiff does not deny, in his declaration, the part of the claim about soliciting explicit pictures, the plaintiff offers no evidence to show that the statement was false, and the court could hold the plaintiff to that, and decline to permit him to proceed on this part of the only remaining claim which is not barred by the statute of limitations.
Trying to find the identity of Katie. Now I'll cut to the chase and go ahead and say that this thread was retarded. It can't conclusively prove much of anything about Katie's identity because it's based on things that are most likely complete coincidences. This thread asserts that Katie is actually a 26-year-old Twitter user, placing her at approximately 18 years old during the time that Zero messaged Katie. The only problem is that the only connection between these two people is they had the same incredibly generic username.
Been spending most of my time living in the Beatles paradise. Told a girl to get on Skype, living in the Beatles paradise. Keep spending most of my time living in the Beatles paradise. Told her try to play with ice, living in the Beatles paradise.
Why does some dumbass making a thread even matter? Well, to answer that question, 3 days later, Zero himself promoted the thread, saying, "A very important thing to look through and consider in my case that somebody compiled in their free time. Read through if you are actually open to changing your mind." On top of this being dumb as fuck, when the girl the thread accused of being Katie chimed in pleading with Zero to tell his audience that she is not Katie, Zero responds like a fucking anime villain. Yeah, I don't know. Let's make this easy. Go talk to Technicals and verify your identity.
So like DMs or here. The whole ordeal is because of pictures, right? You've probably seen the girl's face in those times. I do have IRL photos to show I'm not Katie if that's the case.
No, I have no idea what the fuck they look like at all, but you can DM Technicals. Thanks for cooperating.
I mean, Technicals did have the docs, so I mean, Zero isn't exactly wrong with this one.
The court is inclined to give this plaintiff the benefit of the doubt and treat the plaintiff's failure to deny the whole statement with greater specificity merely as a drafting error. This means Zero did not deny Katie's allegation in this lawsuit, nor did he provide evidence to refute Jisoo's tweet other than a statement of denial. The judge herself finds it very bizarre that he would only deny part of Jisoo's statement and gives him the benefit of the doubt, suggesting it was a mistake in the draft of the complaint. That benefit of the doubt is the sole reason the lawsuit was allowed to proceed. As noted by the judge, he doesn't actually deny trying to solicit explicit images from a minor and suggested that not doing so may have been an error. With that, he was given the opportunity to correct that in an amended complaint. The amended complaint was filed on March 24, and surprisingly, the only changes made are the absence of the 4 claims struck in the judge's ruling. He didn't amend his complaint to deny both statements in Jisoo's tweet. In fact, he didn't change anything at all. The judge gave him the benefit of the doubt after questioning his ambiguity. Why would you only deny half the statement if it wasn't true? He ignored that, presumably because his lawsuit was to simply disrupt the narrative and financially drain Jisoo. They eventually entered case management, where they decided to end the lawsuit through settlement. The exact details are unknown, but from their statement, there were some concessions on either side and the agreement to not talk about each other ever again. Once they settled, they moved to dismiss the case. It was initially proposed to be dismissed without prejudice, meaning
Zero
could return
remorse.
again. However, a few days
Just
later,
some
that was
fucking
amended to
video.
dismiss it with prejudice. It was permanently ended and closed for good.
I'm guessing it's critical of Zero. Yeah, I don't care. Someone asked your thoughts on, I don't know, I guess you know his stance on Zero. I don't know why you would ask what he thinks about a video critical of Zero. Guys, someone made a new video about some shit that's been handled. I'm saying. You already know my opinion about it. Case closed, buddy.
Technicals. Technicals is a YouTube content creator that makes good videos, okay? And at a glance is quite the charming guy. If you're on his good side, that is. It's when you get on his bad side that the weasel, the inner weasel, really comes out of him. The guy who vindicated his close friend Zero despite Zero grooming a 14-year-old girl and requesting provocative photos of her, let's just call it that. The guy that allowed his brother to send nudes in a group chat full of minors multiple times and covered up for him by manipulating said minors. Both of these things are acts that surpass anything Zaptai has ever done, and things that off principle the Sektur and Mikey Alberto should be shaming and never want to associate with. Yet they do, for some reason. Simply put, the inclusion of Technicals in this video who try to rehab the image of Zero, who not only sexted a 14-year-old girl like Zaptai did, but also instructed her to commit sexual acts for him, make the point of Alberto's video ring hollow. If Alberto, Tech, and the Sektur want to make an argument about how Zaptai is pedo, Deorio defends pedo, maybe they shouldn't do it with the help of a guy who swept up for their brother, posting their dick in a group chat full of minors as young as 13, and swept up for the aforementioned Zero, the Smash player who sexted a 14-year-old girl. This is fairly simple to understand, and to the point that everyone involved in this shithole is terrible. Anything else regarding Technicals has already been said or would require its own video, so to put it simply, once again, he's just a skinnier, more slimy Nick Deorio. If we're being brutally honest here, the people that are anti-commentary recently and the Sektur come off as the Scorn Women's Club. The people that were shunned by the CC or ridiculed, now they feel like it's their time to rise up. This is all very GAY, but understandable. Meanwhile, the commentary community is a group of people that aren't inherently special, but when graced by the magic of the internet, are given the illusion to be more than they are, which oftentimes leads them to getting an ego, abusing their power, being shady, blah blah blah, you know, typical human stuff. It's bound to happen, although it doesn't make it right. They don't have an obligation to act like the perfect little angels either. So, in this war with the Sektur ain't it. They're as stupid and morally corrupt, just without the small hint of E-fame that the CC does. Commentary just out of optics would never go full rebar like the Sektur. They have to keep a layer of professionalism in their community, thus why the hierarchy is needed, for better or for worse. It's more of a way to keep structured, though over time it's been used more of a way to keep everyone's favorites safe, while isolating people one doesn't like. Chaos for the sake of chaos should die out at a young age, and you should start making more strategical moves to better improve your life and the life of those around you. Maybe these cringe lords in commentary that we see as grifters are striving for that, or maybe they're not. One can never really tell, since the people you often think you know the most end up doing some of the most heinous shit later on.
Tommy, you're wrong in this situation. And don't take it as me talking shit, okay? Don't take it as I'm sided with Nick because I work with Nick, or I hate Tommy and we had all this bad blood. Me and you have been cool recently, all right? But I'm just looking at this situation and I'm like, Tommy's a psychopath.
Sorry, Gator! I'm on the way home, bitch! My arrival is fucking imminent! Let's fucking go! Hello, let that shit bang.
Do you think we're like terrorizing you or something?
Well, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I didn't get as many death threats before like you guys started like getting all pissy at me.
Flam,
So I don't
you
know.
death threats are bullshit. Those are all bullshit.
Uh-huh.
And every single person that gets shit on the internet, they always use death threats as a crutch, like as if you, oh well, your community is telling me. Do you really think anyone's gonna fucking kill you? Do you really think that? No, you don't.
I
Think
mean, there's schizophrenic people out there, dude. I don't know.
so you're in fear of your life right now.
No, because I'm also pretty confident that I'm probably not going to be found out where I am. So,
But that's a weird. What are you afraid of then?
oh, you guys are
People
just hiding
barging
this.
into the
Okay.
calculus.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, this was when I would make a video defending myself after I made a video saying how sorry I am, and I just stopped making sense altogether at that point. And any chance I had of being a reputable source was blown right out the window when it turns out I'm dating yet another minor.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, the next thing you should do is leave a comment and tell me what the next topic you'd like to see me cover in this format will be. Super thanks are also appreciated for the Synergy Fund and are taken more into consideration because, you know, money! Anyway, until next time, Sunlings, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.